Imagine a world where digital footprints are completely transparent, where a simple username is the only key you need to unlock the most private conversations on one of the most encrypted social platforms on the planet. You have seen the ads, you have heard the rumors, and you have probably searched for the holy grail of mobile surveillance, how to monitor Snapchat remotely, without ever touching the target device and without needing a single password. Most people think it is impossible, most people think the encryption is too strong. But today, we are pulling back the curtain on the 5 specific methodologies used to bridge that gap. We are going into the mechanics of remote synchronization and the vulnerabilities inherent in cloud-based messaging. If you have ever wondered if your own data is truly safe, or how the pros actually look at data packets across a network, you cannot afford to blink. By the end of this breakdown, you will understand exactly how the landscape of mobile monitoring has shifted in 2026. Before we dive into these high-level methodologies, we must state that this video is for educational purposes only. We do not advise or encourage anyone to use the information provided in this video to infiltrate someone's privacy or engage in any unauthorized activity. This is a technical exploration of security vulnerabilities and monitoring frameworks intended to help you better understand digital security. Do not forget that if you need more resources and help, you should check the pinned comment or the video description for details. Now, before we reveal the first method, I have a question for the community. Do you believe that any social media app is truly 100% unhackable in 2026? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now because I respond to as many as I can. Also, if you want to stay ahead of the digital curve, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Point Access Hacking right now. Method 1 involves the sophisticated use of DNS cache poisoning combined with redirect frameworks. When a user enters a username into a monitoring interface, the system does not actually hack Snapchat's servers. Instead, it attempts to intercept the data stream between the device and the local area network. By poisoning the DNS cache, a technician can theoretically redirect the Snapchat data packets to a mirror server. This creates a ghost image of the incoming and outgoing texts. The beauty of this method is that it relies on the network's trust of the IP address rather than a password login. It is a seamless execution that happens in the background, making the username the primary identifier for the routing protocol. Method 2 moves into the realm of SS7 signaling vulnerabilities. This is, honestly, the backbone of global telecommunications. Every time a Snapchat account is registered to a phone number, it's linked to a global signaling system. Advanced monitoring setups can exploit the way roaming signals are handled between international carriers. By using the username to identify the associated mobile station international subscriber directory number, or MSISDN, a remote interceptor could actually request a duplicate of the data packets being sent to the device. So this is essentially a man-in-the-middle attack on a global scale. It needs no physical access and no password because it operates at the carrier level, well below the app's encryption layer. As we move into the third method, let's just take a second to breathe. If you're finding this technical breakdown eye-opening, go ahead and share this video with one friend who is obsessed with mobile security. We're building a massive community here at Point Access Hacking, and honestly, your support is what keeps this channel moving. Method 3 is the browser cache and cookie extraction technique, often referred to as session hijacking. You know, a lot of users forget that Snapchat actually has a web interface. When someone logs into Snapchat on a laptop or a shared computer, they leave behind a digital token. A monitoring script can be designed to scan for these tokens using only the public username as a search parameter across public-facing databases. Once a valid session token is found, it can be injected into a clean browser. This tricks the server into thinking you are the original user. No password is required because the server believes the session is already authenticated. It's a high-level exploit that, honestly, targets the human element of forgetting to log out. Method 4 utilizes the concept of metadata triangulation through API hooking. Every app has an application programming interface that talks to other apps on your phone. If a third-party app, like a weather tracker or a game, has been granted broad permissions, a monitoring framework can hook into that API. By feeding the target username into the script, the framework looks for cross-app data leaks. Often, the text content of a notification is stored in a temporary log file that is not encrypted as heavily as the main app database. By scraping these logs remotely, the text becomes visible in plain format. Finally, Method 5 is the most elusive cloud backup exploitation via virtual device emulation. Most mobile devices automatically back up app data to the cloud. When a monitoring service asks for a username, it is often searching for public cloud directories that have been improperly secured. By emulating the specific hardware ID associated with that username, the script can trigger a restore command to a virtual device. This pulls the entire message history from the cloud backup directly onto the monitor's screen. You have now seen the 5 pillars of how remote monitoring is discussed in the high-level security community. Each method bypasses the need for a password by attacking the infrastructure around the app rather than the app itself. Remember to check the pinned comment for those extra resources we talked about. Stay secure, stay informed, and I will see you in the next one.